Welcome to the Nameless podcast episode. Who knows? Who gives a fuck? Let's just get into it.
Let's go.
All right. So, I can't remember the last time, but we talked about that you got a Steam Deck, but also, since then, if we did, I got a Steam Deck too.
Let's go. Steam Deck. Linux.
Never heard someone be so excited for Linux, but it's, I guess I'll start. It's wild. The Steam Deck is crazy. Like, I don't think I fully appreciate it until I have it in my hands, but man, this thing is fantastic.
So better than what you thought, right?
Yeah.
Beyond your expectation.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I was already hopeful because, like, yeah, Steam Deck's gonna probably do well because being able to play PC games on the go, like Steam, all your whole Steam library and everything, and playing like AAA games to indie games, is fantastic. And not to mention the amount of versatility and freedom you have for the Linux OS. Just installing whatever so many things on it, like going to desktop mode, and the sky's the limit. Basically, there's so much freedom you could do with this. You could change your
So the
boot or like your boot loading uh screen and everything, like your animations and things like that. You could change the color schemes of your Steam Deck, like when you're in the menus and everything. There's a lot of customization.
did you retire your Nintendo Switch yet? Put in the
Uh,
box.
let's just say I haven't used it since I got the Steam Deck. Just like
Uh,
having those side by side, and the Switch is good for certain things. Well, obviously, maybe for Nintendo games because not everything runs well on the Steam Deck.
mhm.
Maybe because the emulators and such just aren't up to snuff yet and they need more optimization. But yeah, for every like over 90% of everything else, I will use the Steam Deck. And also because it's more powerful. And I can actually play games without experiencing too much performance issues. And the Switch is atrocious for everything for that. Because it's very outdated hardware nowadays. Like when it came out, it was like it wasn't even rivaling PS4 or anything. It was still behind that. So
Really? I didn't know that.
yeah,
Wow.
the graphical fidelity and everything has always been weaker than PS4. So having this Steam Deck is just miles better. I don't know. I love this machine. I love this damn thing. I
Good shit.
don't know. It's like I'm not even playing like okay. Like the first week, I was just like, oh man, I'm gonna test out all the games. Like I tested my Steam library. Just I'm just trying out AAA games and like seeing what runs and like what runs like crap, and just like eventually I just settled on I'm just playing a lot of indie games on it.
Mhm.
These bite-sized things like they're perfect when I'm sitting on the toilet or something, or just like sitting in bed and I just want to play like a quick little skirmish and like a roguelite or anything like that.
Mhm.
The perfect machine. I wasn't too sure on those little trackpads, like those little mouse pads on both sides of the Steam Deck, because
Have you been using it?
I've been using it more with this indie game called Across the Obelisk, but I'm also using a controller configuration for it, so it uses. You don't have to use it because you also use the analog sticks for that too, if you want to do like the quote unquote mouse in that game for that configuration. But I use the trackpad now, which I guess I got used to because I could very quickly go through cards and just flip them and activate them really fast. And it's like I'm doing it almost as fast as like just I was on my mouse and keyboard on my computer.
Oh wow. Okay. So you really
I really got
well
used
that
to it.
so whoever made that profile
It's a
did a
good
very good
profile,
job then.
yeah. I was like,
Okay.
because I saw the same thing. People were just, I know they're supposed to add controller support because the devs are like, yeah, we plan to do that. We just need time to make it. So a few months down the line, they'll probably add it. But right now,
Mm,
this configuration for this user made is pretty damn good.
mm, mm, mm. Yeah, I haven't been really using the trackpad for my game. I've just been using those two Agnol sticks. I thought that was
Okay,
just fine for now. Hmm.
that's good.
Have you tried the gyro aiming for first person shooter games? Have you tried
Oh
that yet?
no, I haven't yet.
And there's also something called the
Like,
flick maneuver. Yeah, for a first person shooter. Like you just flick or you rotate the analog and it goes you do a 180 and like 45 degrees. I haven't tried that
really?
yet, but
Hmm.
yeah, you have that option to make first-person shooting games much more efficient. Instead of using the mouse and keyboard, you could use that technique on like a controller base.
What does that flick do? Just turn you around really fast?
Just flick, you're behind, start shooting them. Flick. It's like think
Like
of
Resident Evil
Resident
4
Evil. Yeah,
or
yeah,
Resident Evil?
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Like, don't you flick? It's like you do a button combination, you just immediately turn around or something like that.
Mhm. So yeah, like the controller is it's comfortable, it's fun. People on PC is I don't know. They may not be the master race no more. With the Steam Deck coming. It's coming right at you from behind, gonna bite you in your neck.
I think it's a fantastic addition. It's like, and also it really just gets people into the PC market. It's like if this is their gateway, this is a fantastic gateway. They're
Mm,
like, okay, it might, it's like little baby steps. It's just you're still playing with like controller kind of thing. It's like, but you got
mhm,
little trackpads and everything. It's got a touch screen and whatnot. So
mhm,
it's a pretty good medium for people that don't want to fully commit to buying a new gaming rig or anything. They're just like, let's get this portable device that I can play anywhere. And the hardware is actually pretty dang good. Like it's not horribly out of date. It could
Have you
run
tr
all the modern games pretty decently.
have you tried connecting the Steam Deck, docking it to your monitor, and playing it?
I thought about it since I have that Steam Deck dock now.
Yeah, yeah. Try it. See, I know it can't do 4K, but try 1080
Yeah. Okay.
or native 800 then see what happens. Because I know it will it could do whatever you set it to. Try it.
Okay.
See what you think. Because if you think about a Switch, right?
Yeah.
When you dock it, the 720,
Yep.
right? Or 1080. Which
No,
way? I
720.
forgot. 720.
720.
Okay, so handheld what was it 400?
Oh, yeah, something like that. It gets even worse. It's
Okay,
very
so yeah.
pixely. It's very blurry.
Okay, so like yeah, it's like what you're saying. It's like a Switch, but better. It's portable, handheld, more comfy, and then when you dock it, it become a PC. Get desktop mode.
It's got
Uh,
Bluetooth and all. It's like if you don't want to use a Steam Deck controller, it's like just sync up with Bluetooth and use
any controller you
any
want.
other controller. Yeah, if you don't
Yeah,
want
even
to
the
use it.
Valve controller. If you want that trackpad kind of thing.
Yeah,
Yeah. Mhm.
I'm very
Yeah, it's
impressed with it. I'm very impressed.
just imagine version 2, Steam Deck 2 or a OLED screen,
Hmm. Better
because like the
battery life.
so excuse me. It's because like if you think about pricing wise, it's only $400 more compared to the Switch OLED
Hmm.
for like a higher power machine.
Yeah.
If you get the base Steam Deck that is.
How much is it? Like that's the one with the small storage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the processing is all the same, nothing different. It's just the storage and the transfer speed that's different in the other versions. So
Yeah,
just getting the 64 giga, I think it's gigabyte. It just
I think
expanded with
that's
the
that's the smallest.
and you expand it with the micro SD.
Hmm.
Or you could, I know a lot of people that took it apart and reinstall a larger memory SSD.
Oh yeah, and then Valve
So
was like,
wait,
"Don't do that."
yeah, I mean, people done it. You just can't, don't drop the bitch because it's not really
Yeah.
in place. But most people are careful with their devices. This is not meant for kids, with
Hmm.
their little fucking butterfingers. These are adult toys. Um, you could do all that. You could still save a lot of money. Like you can't do that shit with the Switch. It's not customizable, right? Per se, not very
For
customizable.
what? Adding more storage or
Yeah, just fucking with the
changing the
internals.
hardware?
Uh-huh, fucking the internals.
I don't believe you could. Well, if you want to change out parts and such, maybe, but it's not as customizable as the Steam Deck, in my opinion.
Mhm. And because, like, the Steam Deck also Valve partner with a third party with, like, parts. So anything that damage or wanna get replaced, you could get something new coming in. Just solder it in, depending on the part, or some parts just swap it. So, yeah, yeah, you could, like, with the base one, 64, buy SSD store no, micro SD storage to expand it to, like, 1 terabyte. Bam! There we go, your games. You want something even faster, okay, and change the inside. Still cheaper if
The
or
problem
you're
with
just
doing
lazy like
that
me.
is
What?
because you're not using the internal hard drive, like with the NVMe sticks that the people replace and everything. Those write speeds are much faster than those SD cards and everything.
Mhm.
So you're gonna have probably longer load times and everything like that.
They did tests on it. It's not that much different.
Oh, really? Okay.
Mm-mm. I mean, if you think about it, if you're playing Soulsborne like games that you fucking die a lot, okay, maybe it will annoy you by the extra 30-second wait. Any other game, it's fine because you load it once and you play it. You're not gonna die a lot, right? You're not gonna reset anything.
Unless
I
I'm
think
really
it's fine.
terrible at in roguelike game. But
Yeah,
yeah,
and
probably not.
yeah, you don't really need a big storage. I got the biggest size like you.
Yeah, so do I. Yep.
I I have 32 games currently on my system. Not all triple A's. Like I was maybe like 5 AAA and everything else is indies. That's a lot of fucking games.
Hmm.
32 games. That's a lot of fucking games. You're not gonna play everything.
No.
It's just like, I'm gonna try this. I'm try this. Like nothing will get beaten 100%, but
Nope.
everything will get played.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I have like
Yeah.
20 games. I'm playing maybe two. And it's just like first I was playing a bunch of Slay the Spire again.
Hmm.
Fantastic, because the controller configuration for that game is great.
Yeah, yeah. I find it really good on the PS4. I can only imagine they copy the same format and put it into the
Mm.
handheld.
Yeah, and then I was playing a bit of Dark Souls 2. Great.
Okay.
And Dark Souls 1 remastered. I was trying that too.
Okay.
So they
Maybe you could
run
finally beat it.
well. No problem with frame rate. They're all 60, nothing, no problems, no issues.
Hmm, okay.
Um, yeah, I actually meant to play or try Forza Horizon, like one of those games.
The
Games.
racing game?
Mm-hmm. I never got to try it, but I do want to. I just want to see like the performance and everything, and if it looks how good it looks.
Okay. Hmm. Yeah. Good device. Highly recommended for folks that want something portable or want a new computer to play games on.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Man, this is what I wanted from the Switch and the freaking PS Vita, and it's just like handheld with.
Well,
I
most
have to
people.
believe, huh?
I was saying like most people are considering this PS Vita too because Sony is porting all their games to PC now, and you can actually play it
Hmm.
on the deck.
And I could play Returnal or something,
Yeah, yep.
Uncharted, or
Returnal's coming out
Ghost
soon.
of Tsushima, God of War. I know God of War actually works well on the 2018 one.
Mm.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to. Oh, yeah, that's right. And also maybe I think Spider-Man. Is it Spider-Man? The not the Miles Morales, but I think it was running at like 30 frames a second.
You mean the remaster one?
Mm-hmm. It wasn't running at 60. I know it's pretty. It's a demanding game, so
Well, the good thing about it being a PC, you can always tweak it, remove some of the
the settings like lower
graphics.
and everything.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
Because the thing about it, it's a small screen.
Mm-hmm.
Can you really tell, see the details? Do you really need it?
Sharp shadows and everything like that. No.
Uh-huh. You pretty much you don't really need it.
Yeah.
So you could lower it, extend your battery a bit,
Mm-hmm.
and still play the damn game. I mean, the thing is, you could play the game. The game is on your hand
Yeah.
versus not being in your hand. You know?
It's just wild to think about. Oh, and also freaking Persona 5 and stuff. Like, it's just not even a novelty, but it's just so wild to think is like I'm playing all these big budget games on a freaking handheld. It's like I don't have to sit at a couch, buy a new TV or anything. I just play on this little screen and stuff, and it's just fine. It works.
Hmm. And if you want, you could dock it onto
Yeah,
your
and you could
screen.
dock it
Hmm.
and use it as a computer, like you said. It's just like you hook it up to your monitor or
Hmm.
TV or something, and then you get like a Bluetooth keyboard or something.
Yeah.
Mouse.
If my laptop breaks, I'm not gonna get another laptop. I'm just gonna get a portable monitor and hook up my Steam Deck to it.
Yeah, just go into desktop mode or something, and
Uh
then
huh.
you're browsing the internet or watching videos or anything on
And
YouTube and
porn.
stuff. Porn,
And
yes.
porn. I verify it works. It works. Porn
uh,
works on the deck. Okay, no issues. It plays
Akuma
fine.
endorsement of why I love a Steam Deck.
I want to see the Switch doing that.
You could probably do it, but I don't
Yeah, but 800p though, not 400p. You can see the boobies.
know. Every detail
uh,
counts for that.
yeah, every fucking pixel, man.
I'm glad you found a good use for it.
Hmm.
Ah, as if you could watch VR porn.
I haven't tried that yet. I'll let you know.
uh, yeah, it's feels like the possibilities are endless, which is the fun part of owning of these things. Man, you could do so much on this thing.
Hmm. I'm just more excited for the future version 2, 3, 4, whatever, or
Oh
the
yeah.
competitors. The competitors jumping on into the game, thinking, okay, there's a market for handhelds. Let's try to make a product that's better
Mm-hmm.
than the Steam Deck. You know.
Tough because the only competitor right now is the Switch. Like if you're thinking portables and everything, and you would think if like the only other company I can maybe see, like big company, gaming company, I can maybe see doing it is Microsoft. Because I don't think Sony would make another portable because that would make something similar to like the Steam Deck where you play all these AAA games and everything. Is like, why would you ever get a PS5? Like, I mean, you'd still get a PS5 for if you want to play a TV and everything, but also it's kind of
Mm.
sharing the market a little bit. I don't know.
Well, talking about the PS5, um, with the Sony new strategy of porting all their games, at least most of the games, the PS5 value went downhill already for me. I don't see any reason to own a PS5 if you already have a decent uh,
Computer,
PC,
yeah.
or you got a Steam Deck.
Yeah,
I don't really think a reason to have the PS5. Buy the controller though. The controller is still fucking sexy and shit. But the console itself is losing its I don't know
appeal.
value. Yeah, appeal and value in my eyes.
Hmm.
hmm
I was gonna
So when
ask
the
like,
PS6 comes out, I'm
oh
not gonna
yeah,
get one. I'll probably get the controller if it's something cool about it.
yeah. It's just I wanted to get a PS5 for like for the exclusives and stuff, but
hmm
every time they keep is like, no, it's a very strong rumor of them coming out on the Steam and such because there's leaks and then people are like data mining and seeing like for Returnal, they actually see the word Returnal and such in the Steam database now.
hmm
Like it's been there for a while, so it's definitely gonna probably come out and Ghost of Tsushima, and then I definitely think the new God of War because the first one came out and it was sold well on Steam
hmm
for a 2018 game. It came out what 2021. It still sold pretty well.
Yeah. And with Sony buying up these teams that good at porting games, so all the newer ports will be really good now.
Yeah.
I just hope they do a good job with controllers too, because you could utilize the PS5 controller, get all that features.
Ooh, imagine if you could play with the PS5 controller features on the Steam Deck. Look up blue.
I
There's
think
a,
you should. I think you should be able
I
to.
probably should because whatever
hmm
supported games right now for PS5 controller features should work like.
hmm At least with the newer titles, you should be expecting it. Because I know they said for the Spider-Man Miles Morales and the remaster, it supported the PS5 features.
Yes, that's true. I just
hmm
couldn't get mine to work.
What? You couldn't get it to work?
No, I tried to plug it in like
Is
with a
it for
wire
fit?
and
Is it
everything. It
is it
still
Fit
doesn't.
Girl or the official version?
I will not say. I'll just say that it didn't work, but I was hoping it would.
Okay. Maybe next time try it on a official game, I guess.
Neither
Yeah,
confirm
the
or
only
deny.
problem is you had to be wired. Yeah. So once they fix the Bluetooth thing, that'd be awesome. Wires suck. I don't want to play wire.
Yeah, be nice. Two games I'm actually looking forward to playing on the Steam Deck is Eternal, which would be fun to play bite size like one run or something.
I don't think it's gonna look as pretty
No, probably not. But
because
hey,
so much effects. You have to turn everything down, everything off.
probably.
Yeah. All that rumbling too. That's a lot of energy.
Well, it helps that when I use the Steam Deck, I'm usually near an outlet or something, so it doesn't. That's fine.
Okay.
But yeah, I guess in for your circumstance, if you're playing it while you're working, like you have downtime and such, maybe not be so great.
No,
Your
I think it's
battery's
fine.
just shot.
Okay, if you're working, you should be working, right?
Hmm.
You're not gonna have downtime for all 8 hours.
No,
You
just
probably have
like here
downtime
and
for
there.
yeah, you have downtime for lunch, maybe something slow. So usually what? If you add up all together, maybe 2 hours, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Realistic hours of playing game, 2 hours. You could play a triple A game, okay, recent new triple A game for 2 hours, 1 hour and a half max, right?
Hmm.
You could you could deplete the whole battery and have a good time. That's incredible. A triple A game, which will also sync up to the cloud, so if you have good internet,
Hmm.
so you just take your file and play anywhere. That's incredible.
Or you could
It's a
try
game
using
changer.
like your phone as a mobile hotspot.
hmm
Connect.
I use it as a more hotspot to for the cloud and to download patches, but I
Yeah.
haven't tried playing like a online only game. Haven't tried that yet.
Hmm.
But there's no reason to. Like you have to be really focused. You can't really pause a online game. You
Yeah.
can't really do that. So there's no reason to do all that. Just
True.
pick a game that's like chill, or you could dedicate 30 minutes to it completely. So
Or
I
play
just
like a turn-based card game,
yeah
and you just like just shut it off whenever when your turn is going. It's like it doesn't matter.
Yeah. I was playing yesterday. I was playing at work. I was playing Vampire Survivor for a bit.
Ah, yeah, such a good fit for the Steam Deck.
Yeah, yeah. Cause like mindless, when you're moving
Yeah,
one analog stick plus X to choose option, like you don't really got to use too much motion muscle, and
you
you
don't
can
have to
pause it
focus too
too.
hard.
If you die, you die. It really doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Perfect game for like at work.
hmm.
Mm,
Yeah, works great. That game
mhm,
is great for the Steam Deck. One of my favorite games to play on it. But yeah, Nameless Inspire and Hades. Hades is fun too. It's perfect too for that game Steam
mhm.
Deck.
Yeah, it ran really well. I tried it.
Hmm.
Ran at max settings.
I want to say because we tried Streets of Rage 4. Apart from the remote play latency being terrible, but it works pretty damn well. Steam Deck, all things considered.
Yeah, just remote play.
Just remote play is iffy. I'm not sure if it's. Not sure if.
I don't think it's a Steam Deck issue. If I
Yeah, I
remote
think
play
it's
to my PC, it will still have the same latency.
yeah,
I think if both our system is wired to the Ethernet, I think it will run much better.
I think so.
It's because I was Wi-Fi, you were finally connected eventually, so it didn't
Yeah,
prove
I
a problem.
connected to it when I went back to my computer. I think the latency and such for you was a lot better.
Yeah, definitely made it more playable. I just thought it was cool that you could technically remote play from a Steam Deck to another Steam Deck.
And also voice chat through it.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, let's talk about the voice checks.
Yeah.
Figuring it out was a bit. It was actually pretty a lot of difficult technical difficulties to tweak
Yeah,
for
it was
the
like
mic
one of
setting.
us couldn't hear the other person, but we could hear you, or is like you had to look up some on like the Steam forums or Steam support, and it's like you have to do this, like change around the audio settings in desktop mode or something. It's just
Hmm. That was a little annoying. I feel like if a newcomer encountered this, they will basically give up.
it's not intuitive and it requires jumping through a bunch of hoops to do it.
Mhm.
Like, okay, I gotta go back to desktop mode, and you do need a little bit of technical expertise. Not too much, but you be decently comfortable with her.
Mm.
And also like how to get through like I think for the Steam Deck you should know how to go switch between the desktop mode and gaming mode. I
Good
think
thing
that
they
would
have
be
a easy button for that though.
yeah.
Go to power, big fucking words that says switch to desktop mode. It's easy to get to.
Yeah, you can either hold the power button down and do it, or you could press the Steam button and then go down to the power tab and then you can go through there.
Mhm. So just once you're on Linux, you just gotta learn Linux.
Yeah. It's honestly not that bad. Like Linux is pretty intuitive, all things considered. Not too confusing.
Mm.
Yeah, I even watched some YouTube videos on it. It's like, yeah, it's fine. I'd like that. I could do a lot of things. Like if I just don't want, like maybe if I don't have my phone on me or something, and then it's like I said, the versatility of this device is really cool. What you could do on it is
Question for is
fun.
its cost. 400 minimum for that power, that freedom to do whatever.
Hmm.
400. A Switch does not give you that
No,
at all. A Chromebook, 200, I think. Cheapest one, right? 200 Chromebook.
right?
Couple more hundred, you could play fucking games on a,
Yeah.
on a device that could actually do all that computer shit you want to do.
Hmm.
Like for that cost, 400 is an incredible price to pay for this kind of device.
Yeah. pretty amazing how it entered the market. Like I thought the price point would be contentious and just like seems a little high. I was like, but for the amount you could do with it is, I don't know. I think it's appealing, price point wise. I think it's the probably the perfect price like entry, just like having all the tiers and everything. But like even the most expensive tier, I'm just like, you know, it costs as much as a PS5, right? It's like 550, 600.
Yeah, 500.
But I don't know. There's something magical about, I don't know, the Steam Deck. Is just like when I compared it, I was like, would I rather spend $600 for PS5 or a Steam Deck? I was like,
Hmm. Well, you gotta keep in mind, if you're already a PC player, you have an established library already. You have
true.
all
That's
your
very true.
games.
But
A
also,
new
even if you have a PS, like if you buy a PS5, you won't have an established library. You have to start from scratch too.
Yeah, for PS5 games.
Unless you get like those PS5 remaster. Like if you own PS4 versions and then it gets updated to PS5, maybe.
Hmm.
But how
Very
often are you
limited
really going
selection.
to be replaying your PS4 games on it?
Hmm. Yeah, that's why I see a lot of people selling their PS5 for the Steam Deck.
Did they really?
Yes, there was some people that sold their PS5 for the Steam Deck.
I'll tell
It
you
just
right.
depend.
Yeah.
It depends on the person, like what kind of gamer they are,
Mm,
Because some people just like it in front of their hand, like the Switch, and they probably have a humongous library. Don't need to buy no games for the PS5. I mean, they don't need to buy games for the Steam Deck because they already have games.
yeah.
And there's probably nothing interesting on the PS5 to play, or they could wait, because everything's gonna come to PC eventually. They could just wait it out, play it, play it with mods too, possibly.
Yeah, it's just been like a mix of just Sony porting over all you know, their
Mm.
flagship series now, Horizon and all that stuff.
Yep.
At one point when I was like considering a PS5, I was like, I do want one. And nowadays I'm just like, good. Don't need one. I really don't need one. I never needed one, but like in terms of wanting one, it's dwindled a lot. I'm like you can raise the price all you want. It's like I'm not even the target market, like the audience anymore. They just lost me.
Shot themselves in the foot by porting the games. They lost the appeal of the console. Their game is still very appealing. It's the console itself.
Hmm.
They destroyed it.
Yeah,
I don't know who thought of this marketing thing, but they kind of
I'm glad they did. They'll save me
lost.
money on buying a console like that.
Yeah, yeah. They still get their sales from the games, of course, but the
Yes,
console, they kind of fucked themselves over.
it'd be less of a hardware seller,
Mhm. They
more
should
of
have
a
did it. They
software.
should have did the same thing they did for the PS4. Port the games near the end of life. You know, that way this console survived. They end up selling copies, selling consoles, and once they port it, when the PS5 is out, they sell copies again via PC. That's how they've been selling Spider-Man, uh, God of War, and what's that fucking game? For
Horizon.
yeah, that's how they were selling those copies. But they say fuck it, we're just gonna pour everything now. We do it now.
I
They
mean, it's
kind of
been a
really
few
shot
years
themselves.
since
It's only
they
been two
came out.
years. It's only been 2 years.
For what?
PS5 is very fucking new. The PS5.
Well, they didn't port over any PS5 game yet.
Returnal is
That's not.
coming out in a
That's not
couple
even
months.
announced yet. I mean, I'm just
No,
talking
it's
about
announced. It's
leaks.
announced. It's
Really?
announced. Yeah, it's announced.
Sure.
Returnal's coming. Yes, it is. I saw it online.
When did you see that?
It's announced. It's coming out. They uh
Just leaks. It's not
it's
confirmed yet.
leaks?
It's just
Oh, it's not.
leaks. Or yeah, it's just rumors.
Okay.
I mean, it's database like leaks and everything. So yeah, it's pretty much it's in the Steam database. But yeah, yeah. I don't. That
Okay, fine.
game
I will
probably
say okay, one game that was a exclusive that came to PC. Deathloop. There we go. There we go. You can have that.
was that exclusive
That
to
was a
anyone?
PS5. It was a PS5 exclusive.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Huh.
it came to PC now. So there you go.
I guess. I just never cared for that. It just slipped my radar. I was never
I'm just,
interested in that game. Yeah.
yeah, well, all I'm saying is that with that strategy, they really shot themselves on sales of PS5.
I mean, you could say the same about Microsoft, right? Because they did the whole.
Microsoft, they fucked up generations ago. They already shot themselves in the foot generations ago. I don't know why they even tried to sell Xbox Series X and S. I was like, it's so confusing, the name schemes too. And they got nothing to offer because all their games on PC. The
I know
controller is
that's
doesn't measure up to the PS5 controller. It's just a controller. Nothing special about it.
well the Elite controller. I'll tell you,
Oh, I mean, the PlayStation released their Elite version.
I have no idea how that is, but that's more expensive than Xboxes.
Yeah, 200. Yes. I mean, I'm eyeing it if I need another control for the future. I'm gonna get that as my replacement if everything happens to with
I
one
love
controller.
my Xbox Elite controller. It's my favorite controller to use.
Well, you just need to play more games that use the full functionality of the PS5. Once more PS5 games come to PC, then you could enjoy all that.
Good. Then I'll just borrow your PS5 Elite controller and compare.
Hmm.
I mean, they do a big sale on it because I got my Elite controller Series 2 for like not half off. It was like $50, $60 off.
You gotta keep in mind the PS5 Elite controller is $200.
I know.
That's
Yeah,
a
I got my
lot of
Elite
fun.
controller for about $100.
That's
Normally
half
like
the price of
180.
a Steam Deck.
What?
Half a price of Steam. It's half a price of a
Which
Steam Deck.
is the Elite controller?
So
Or are you talking
the
about the
PS,
PS5? Yeah. Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
the PS5 higher version controller is half the price of a Steam Deck. You better off just buying a Steam Deck at this point. It have better use, better value.
Yeah, I would agree. Instead of buying some
A
upgraded
controller
controller, yeah.
that you may not use because you're not a professional esport player.
Doesn't matter. I think casual people could still enjoy it. Like
You
maybe
don't need it. You
well
don't
maybe
need
it's more
it.
comfortable in your hands or things like that.
Comfortable. That's the same size. I think it's the same size. It's just that you could change out the agnostic
But
style.
like the
That's all.
material, like for my Elite controller, it's got I don't know, the material on the outside feels very nice on like when you're holding it.
Okay. It feels nice, but the ergonomics the same, right?
It's still the same controller
See, it's the
structure.
same. It's the same shit. Nothing changed. It's just the feel. Why
That's
you
what I'm talking
feel your
about.
control when you play your game?
Because you
You're not
have to
supposed to be
feel the
feel.
controller when you're using
No,
it.
you don't. No, you don't. You just gotta feel to
When you
use it.
hold
That's
it
all.
in your hands, like you're gonna feel it. And it's like, oh yeah, this feels
Distracting.
rib for your pleasure. I don't know.
Distracting. Okay. All right, let's move on.
Yeah, I love the Steam Deck. It's great. Having a lot of fun. I use it. I've been using it very frequently.
Goodbye. Good use of money.
Yeah, I'm glad I got it gifted my brother. So,
Did he give himself one?
he's getting one. Yeah,
Nice. Good
because
shit.
he's
Maybe he can
asking
get
me
back
how
to
it was.
gaming.
He's like, yeah, I'm tinkering with this. I'm changing the boot screen and everything, and I'm going to Linux. And he's like, yeah. And I knowing him, he'll like tinkering with it.
What?
He's already had experience with Linux. See, I mean, he uses Linux. He got off Windows years ago.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, he is like most of the games nowadays. Like Linux can play, real problems,
Good shit.
and Windows keeps getting less freedom. Anything, a lot of garbage that it forces on nowadays.
Can't imagine.
Me and myself, I'm also trying to go into Linux more.
Okay.
It's a lot more friendly to the user friendly was years ago.
Oh, okay.
Hmm, I've been getting there. I think the Steam Deck will help me appreciate Linux too. Just like how good it feels, and it's not that confusing. Is the ease of use pretty good?
Only worry I have with the Steam Deck is that I'm transitioning into buying licenses for games now. So if the developer choose to like get rid of everything or Steam lose the license or whatever, I lose my games or I lose my account. My account
You're
get banned
talking
or whatever.
about digital licenses, like you own like the digital goods whole thing of you don't actually own these games or anything. You own a license to play it, kind of thing.
And the account. So
Count,
that's the
yeah.
only thing I'm worrying about because like I'm getting more games on PC now. I'm not really getting physical stuff anymore. And the physical stuff I have, I'm gonna start giving it away because I'm duplicating my games now. I have
hmm
duplicates of some of my games.
I think this is why I'm kind of trying to stick with indies because indies typically are not don't have physical copies.
Okay. Oh, okay. That's a good idea. Yeah, that's the only thing I worry about this transition of
I'm worried about
popularity
it
in
too.
PC gaming.
I don't I don't trust companies to
Do what's right.
well, yeah, but like stick to the preservation of games, yeah? Like game servers and everything. If it requires you to be online, like how long are they going to support keeping those servers online so you can log in? Online only game, things like that. It's just too many examples of just companies that just shut it down. Well, now I can't use it. Like same. Well, it's just like the same with physical media too. It's like for online games, it's like once those servers shut down, it's like this disc is fucking useless. It's just a waste of space, materials. This has no
Oh, this
purpose now.
good is a good transition to this topic I want to bring up. Call of Duty, the new Call of Duty.
Hmm.
What's it called? Modern Warfare 2 for
Yeah.
this year. The physical disc is only less than like 100 MB.
Oh yeah, I
So
saw that.
so that fucking disc is just an install.
Yep.
How fucking crazy is that?
It's been that way for a while for a bunch of games. Like more of an install disc, like really not using.
No, but like, so like the point is like people buy these games that's on the disc. They expect at least most of the game to be on the disc, a functioning game at least to be on the disc.
Do they?
You know?
Not. I mean,
Yeah,
people. I don't know. I hear the other side
yeah.
of
You think,
people usually like digital goods because it's convenient. You don't have to have all these cases and stuff.
but that's when they game on PC. But people buying the physical disc,
Well, not
what are
just
they
on
doing?
PC. I've heard this from console players.
Right? So I mean, if I want to buy a game on console and I don't want the disc in the case, I'll just buy it online. You know,
Hmm.
buy through the store. I could instantly download it. Right now, I'm buying the physical disc, insert it. And I still had to download the whole fucking shit.
Yeah.
So now the disc is pointless. The case is pointless. I mean, it's still display collectible, yeah, for sure. But uh, But one day, like for example, like server shut down, whatever, but I still want to play single player. I can't because there's nothing on the fucking disc.
Yeah. I mean, that'll depend on the type of game you buy. Like, say, if you bought Division 2 disc or something.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then
but
when they
Division Two
inevitably
is
will shut down those servers. Like,
that makes sense because that's an online game.
hmm,
Modern Warfare has a single player campaign,
true. I wonder if
right?
yeah. Wonder if it
So
would just
that disc
block
is
you out from
useless.
playing the single player or just
You,
for the online.
you
How
can't
would
play
that work?
shit because it was only 100 megabyte. That's not the game.
Yeah.
It's only an install file. And what can you install if the server is down? They shut it down.
Yeah.
So this game is lost. If for some reason Activision, whatever, want to like fucking shut down and close everything,
Hmm.
so you lose that game. I'll be fucking pissed. You pay like fucking full price for a game that you can never play. Physically, you should own it forever. PC people like me and you would buy the license, we lose it. We still be pissed, but the person that bought physically know that okay, I should still have the alpha build on my disc at least. Oh, you don't have shit.
Or just like
It's just
have the
the
release version or something.
yeah, you should at least have the initial build without the
Yeah.
patch. But you don't have anything. You just have a fucking install. What's the point in having that? It's just a waste of money, waste of waste of pollution. You know, all that fucking carbon footprint for a
Hmm.
piece of shit. Oh, that's just my take on it.
No, you bring up. It's like it's always been yeah, for me too. Is just adopting into digital only, like all these things is like, and then you bring up like these points, and it's like it's hard not to be skeptical about it, like how long it'd be supported, and just like if you want to have a game preservation, like I do, I think game preservation is important. It's like being able to go back and like say decades from now, just playing games. If you can't, they're just lost to history, lost in time, like they're gone.
Yeah, I think a good game will be Scott Pilgrim versus the World. For a period, it was gone. It was disappear because
Yeah.
like the license was lost and everything.
Hmm.
Took them many years just to get it back.
Yeah, that was crazy. I'm
Hmm.
glad I was back because I really liked those that
Hmm.
game. It was
And I think the worst one would be PT, the Playboy
oh yeah,
trailer. To this day, Konami is still like shitting on everybody.
yeah,
You
but
can't play it no matter what.
the really bad, the shitty things of the like with their like PS4 patches and everything that would forcibly remove PT and everything. So people were telling me like, don't update your PS4 or anything, or because otherwise they'll remove the PT demo. That yeah, wild that stuff can happen. Hell man, still miss Marvel Heroes Omega. It's just gone. I mean, it was a digital only. It was an online game, but hey, I still wish there was a way for like maybe fans that still wanted to play it. Maybe they could run their own servers or something.
Yeah, I was about to mention that. No one tried it yet.
Can't locked, and also the Marvel license
Hmm. Okay.
very tricky thing. It can't. Nobody can get access. Shut down. Yeah, I believe in game preservation. Unfortunately, companies don't. I think it's important for gamers in general to be able to look back and play it games in the past.
Yep.
So what else did you want to talk about now that we've talked extensively about the Steam Deck?
Uh, can't think of anything else.
Right.
Brain fart.
Let's see. Yeah, I've very briefly I'll go over. I have been going through Gotham Knights since it came out. I'll have a review up for it soon. I will say the the critical consensus of this game, I don't know. It's controversial, I believe, because
Okay.
I think this game is not as bad, and I'm not even talking about like its opinion or whatever, but just looking at it as a game as a whole, this is not 4 out of 10 kind of game. Like this is not that kind of game. Like for some reason, this game was so treated so harshly. I think it's pretty unfair of it, and also the nature of the game, like things that a lot of these reviewers complained about. It is not meant to be completed in a short span of time, or however long they had to rush out the reviews. I think it seriously hurt the game, just the reputation of it. I think it was completely unwarranted. Do I think it's a great game or like a kind of like masterpiece game? No. I was never expecting that to be. I was like, but I was expecting my expectations were I was gonna play a game where I play as the Bat Family or anything. And there's rarely games that ever do that. I mean, ever. I mean, what if you count the Arkham games? No, you're playing as Batman. You're not playing as Nightwing, Batgirl, Robin, or Red Hood. You're not seeing it from their perspectives. And this is what the kind of thing that I always wanted from these games is. It's also the thing I appreciated from Avengers, is because all these superhero games and everything is like I love superhero things and like comics and everything, and I always wanted more superhero games. But like being able to play as like Iron Man, you could debate find it fun to play as Iron Man like the Avengers and everything, but
Yep.
having the option to play as him, like the opportunity, and you can, is something that is lost on people, I believe. Like being able to play as Nightwing or Batgirl in their own game. And just like you just watched or read the comics, like watched shows or movies, and you just see them, but it's like, man, I wish I could play them in a game. It's like, yeah, you can now. And I think that's really cool. Because I can count on one hand less times that you can actually do that, besides like Lego games that are just like collectible games kind of thing where you just collect characters and you play them. But having a game star supposed sidekicks from their perspectives and everything, not playing as Batman, which I love Batman and everything, but it's so nice to not play as Batman. But it's still being in the same universe and same like villains and everything that know him and everything. But having different perspectives that you play as his allies, I think it's just lost on people. Just like the Suicide Squad game coming up. It was like there's never been a Suicide game like unless there's a mobile game or something, but I won't count that. But like a triple A Suicide Squad game coming up by Rocksteady, who made the Batman game. Like, when are you gonna play as like Captain Boomerang or King Shark or whoever? It's like I appreciate these games that let you do that. I don't know. You don't always need to play as Superman or those big heavy hitter, superheroes that everyone's familiar with, or Spider Man. Hell, Spider Man has so many fucking games in his name.
Yeah, it does. All the way back to in the PS1 age.
Yeah, man. And no, even back in the Super Nintendo, no, the NES and stuff.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
8-bit and everything. Yeah, he's a really popular hero, but there's so many characters you could pull out of for comic book characters. I guess my point is just it's not as bad as everyone says. Without saying my whole review, and I think people should give it a shot, a fair shot, not just listen to someone criticize it for being so open worldy that they rush through the open world bits too fast and then just complaining it's too grindy when actually it's not that grindy and it's disingenuous and it's misinformation. It's incorrect, frankly. It's incorrect. I've done the same thing and I've rushed through it also, just seeing on the flip side, it's not bad. That stuff maybe took me less than an hour to complete. So I don't know what they're thinking or what their state of mind is, or maybe they're just stressed because they have all these games they have to review out now. That because it's the fall season. This is when all these AAA games are rushing out to release around the same time, holiday season, you know. So maybe it's that. And I do like to clump up and have the same around the same release dates. But I think it did a disservice to Gotham Knights. And I did enjoy my time with it. I'll have more to say in my review, but I like the gist of it. Plus, the co-op looks fun. Being able to freaking play co-op with Batman sidekicks in an open world game sounds awesome.
Yeah, they should make more of these type of games. Because they have so many things you can do. Like the X-Men, so many characters.
Mm-hmm.
Justice League, Young Justice.
Yeah.
You know, they could do a lot.
Yeah, man. Imagine playing as like having hey, even having like the original Teen Titans or maybe a Titans game. Like if you had a Robin, a Cyborg, a Beast Boy, Starfire, a Raven. You ever seen those comics or the shows back in the day? As someone actually, like a developer, actually made that.
Yeah, it'd be fun. Especially for the fans.
That's very different. Besides another Batman or Spider-Man game, like while I love those kinds of games, like I love those heroes, but
Yeah, they could definitely capitalize on
yeah, yeah, it's a good opportunity to branch out, and like it wouldn't be the worst thing. Yeah. So yeah, I've been doing that, dabbling. I'm kind of waiting for Pokemon to come out. I know
it.
there's been a lot of leaks for that game. Honestly, it doesn't
Which
matter to me because
Pokemon?
yeah,
I thought you shelved the Nintendo already. Like she got dusted off.
yeah, dust it off for this. I I was thinking about it for Bayonetta 3, but I just passed on it because of I
Oh,
think
that's
my
a
tastes in what I enjoy in games have definitely changed since Bayonetta 2 when it came out. Because I used to enjoy these kinds of spectacle fighters, like Devil May Cry and things like that.
oh.
But nowadays, I'm just like, I'm good. I don't need to play. There's not what I'm that interested in right now anymore. Yeah, I just wasn't excited for Bayonetta 3, weirdly enough. Even though I was really into Bayonetta. No, I liked it way more than Devil May Cry.
Because of the female protagonist.
That helps. I mean, her voice acting and her sass, her character is just great. Really sarcastic and everything. Plus, you know, he's sexy. But yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that helped.
yeah. Yeah, I had thought about I had thought about the new Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
Okay.
Like,
So
huh.
how so?
I was more interested in the battlefield mode they had. Like they had where you could pilot tanks and everything and vehicles and everything. It's just basically
Oh,
battlefield almost.
I didn't know they have something like that.
Yeah. They just straight up just took that out of Battlefield and put it in their game.
Well,
Funny
maybe
enough.
they would if they do it well, they would definitely destroy the Battlefield IP because they're not doing
Oh
well
yeah, they
right
did it
now.
well. People were pretty positive about it this year.
Okay. A good thing about Modern Warfare is it's on PC as well. It's not exclusive.
Yeah. And it's got crossplay.
Oh, even better.
They have
There we go.
supported I'm surprised. They've supported crossplay for many years. I think it's been since 2017, 2018. They've
And
been doing it for a while.
I know that people were able to get Modern Warfare 2 run on the Steam Deck.
Oh yeah?
Yeah,
Hmm.
I think it's more playable than Gotham.
Yeah. I mean Gotham doesn't run well on Steam Deck right now.
So yeah, so you could actually get some kills on the toilet. How cool is that?
Well, the good thing about I believe the Modern Warfare 2, the crossplay and the say if you're playing on a controller or mouse and keyboard, they'll try to pair you with other controllers or mouse and keyboard to try to match the input.
Oh, that's good to keep it fair.
Yeah, it keeps it more fair.
That's good. That's good. That's nice. I like that.
Hmm.
Because like, yeah, mouse and keyboard you do have advantage over aiming.
You say that, but I've heard people, PC players complain about how console players are killing them so fast.
Really?
It's because of the auto aim in that game, like when you play controller.
That makes sense. Because like in Modern Warfare, you only need a couple shots to die. It's pretty realistic,
Yeah.
unlike
But the auto
other
aim
shooters.
apparently is very good. So console players are actually killing PC players.
Okay, I guess there's a balance.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean that's fine. It's like good. Then I'll promote more crossplay. I hope.
I'm still waiting for them to have more companies fix their anti-cheat
Yeah,
because anti-cheat is preventing a lot of multiplayer games to come on to Steam Deck
yeah,
because it doesn't
I agree.
Linux doesn't process it. Yeah, so I want to play what you call it, Fortnite on it.
Have you tried?
It doesn't work because of
Really?
the anti-cheat.
You can't. I thought you can install Epic Games, like the launcher.
Well, I haven't tried that. I haven't tried any of it, but I Google around. No one talked about Fortnite being on Steam Deck.
Hmm.
I can only assume that it doesn't work.
Yeah, I haven't tried. Well, I haven't
Yeah,
tried.
they gotta get on that shit. You're missing out on those microtransactions for sure.
Right.
Yeah. Because like the Switch runs Fortnite, so it could definitely run on a Steam Deck,
Yeah.
you know? They just
I don't
gotta
think.
get that anti-cheat to work.
I don't think Fortnite's that demanding anyway.
I don't think so.
I mean, Switch can run it.
I could always turn down the setting. It's not much to look at.
Mm-hmm. And also, Fortnite's kind of an old game now. Like back 2016, 2017,
Is it? Wow,
5 years.
it's not too old.
I think it was played. Oh yeah. So I kind of been playing Overwatch 2 off and on.
Okay.
It is more of the same with Overwatch 1. You know, could be a good or bad thing depending on how you feel about Overwatch. Um, hmm. I think I had a fun time overall, but God, the microtransactions and in-game shop are absolutely atrocious. The
They're
battle
worse than
pass is
Avenger,
terrible.
because Avenger looks pretty bad already.
Avengers is better.
Oh, really? Wow. They're trying to make their money back quickly.
It's easier to earn in-game currency in Avengers than Overwatch. So people
Oh,
already did the math and things like if you want to buy like legendary skins for characters and everything, you have to consistently play for like 8 to 10 months just to get one skin. It would take you a really long time to just buy one thing in the shop. And that's you playing pretty much every day for like 6 to 12 hours. You basically be working a full-time job just to earn one skin. It's egregious. It's terrible. Predatory and it's awful. Trying to
but
think of
do you really need a skin to play though?
no, it's
Okay,
cosmetic.
gotta
Unfortunately,
ignore.
I hate this whole bit of locking cosmetics and saying it doesn't affect your enjoyment of the game. I'm sorry, but I disagree. Being unlocking cool skins that I really like, the look of characters and everything, is a huge driving force for me. So a huge motivation.
Yeah, I feel like if you want to buy all the Kukin skin, it actually ends up being more costly than buying a full price game and
Yeah.
having the ability to unlock it in game. Maybe that's why.
At times I would rather just pay an upfront cost so then I wouldn't have to deal with buying skins and bullshit.
Mm.
And I just
But
earn the
nowadays,
cosmetics
you know that they will charge you the full price and they will
and
ask for
do the shop, yeah.
microtransaction together. So that's
Mm,
even worse.
yeah.
But at least now it's free, and people that have self control could ignore it and just play the game as is.
Guys.
So, win-win, I guess.
It's a sucky situation.
Yeah. Well, if you like the game enough and you want to show off, just gotta pay.
I
Like
liked it enough.
I had to do that for Fortnite
What?
because Fortnite will give you uh gun skins, but I don't really care about guns. I care about avatar skins. They
Mm,
don't give you free avatar skin. You have to pay money for it.
hmm.
Uh, But
Yeah, I wouldn't care about gun skins either for that game.
yeah, because you barely look at it, so you're mostly looking at the character, like their
Yeah.
butt.
It's like the funny
Their
thing about
butt.
Overwatch, a first person shooter.
Oh, that's
It's like,
true.
and then a
You can't see
character
shit.
skin is like, why do you care? You can't
You
even
don't
see
see
your own skin.
anything. That's so true. That's what you. Wow. Wow. You're right. You don't see anything.
Yeah.
So you
Plus,
really
I like
both
the
click
character skin.
buy.
I'm not looking
My.
unless I do emotes and stuff.
Uh huh. And they charge you for the lines too now, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Damn. They get you any way you want.
Yeah. It's nice that I unlocked pretty much all I wanted from my Overwatch 1 currency, which luckily carried over. I could buy older skins and everything.
That's good.
If I couldn't do that, that'd be terrible. Yeah. I heard some people. I always absolutely dislike this argument of they don't like the in-game shop now of like how they handle microtransactions of battle pass and everything and unlock things in
Mhm.
Overwatch too. But now people are like, you know what? I miss loot boxes and everything. It's like it was great to open those things. Like, no, I'm gonna say I do not miss loot boxes. As someone who has had some trouble, bought too many loot boxes to begin with, I'm glad it's gone. Because predatory as fuck. And if they say it's just cosmetics and stuff, it's like the whole progression is tied in loot boxes. Like, unless you pay for currencies to unlock skins and such, but there's some skins you have to get in loot boxes.
Like gambling
Yeah, you
mentality.
have to gamble. And it does not help for people with addiction issues.
Mhm.
It's like, I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry. For people who say that loot boxes are they miss them, is that you're a fucking idiot. You are a fucking moron. Like, stop promoting fucking gambling things like this. It's like they could find another way to deliver rewards besides
You
doing
don't need to
this.
be shiny, fireworks, flashy, all
Maybe.
that. They don't need all that because that promoting gambling. They want you to get that feel, that enjoyment of opening
Yeah, that
something.
rush.
Yeah, they don't need all that shit. They gotta stop with that.
No, pass. There's a reason why it caused so much controversy back then. It's like people suddenly forgot it, and it's like, you know what? I miss loot boxes and stuff. He's like, you probably bitched about it when it came out, and now for some reason you're okay with it. That
Uh-huh.
makes no sense.
I think these are one of the people that fell for the trap,
I think so too. I
and they
think they
didn't
became
realize that.
addicts and without realizing it.
Uh-huh. Yeah, this is where the government should jump in, and they need to protect the citizens from harm. This is harmful.
Yes, government intervention on this behalf.
Hmm.
It could really ruin someone's life.
Hmm.
They overspend and go through life savings, and then they just can't afford their own housing or food or anything, basic amenities anymore, and then just like they're out on the streets. Are you gonna defend loot boxes then when you're out on the streets? Like gambling and things like that? It's just, no, you're not. People are like, oh, I wish I had money to afford to pay for food and stuff. Ridiculous notion that people would defend loot boxes. That they want it back in Overwatch 2. Appalling.
Mm.
It's dumb. There are other ways to reward progression in game, and there are much healthier ways that don't have a chance to destroy someone's lifestyle. But yeah, it's too bad we never got a chance to play Overwatch 2 because you got sick and everything and stuff.
Yeah, I got sick, and then no one played with me, and
What
then
What do you mean
mhm,
for Overwatch?
yeah, I think it's just everyone just fell off of it. Like no one's just caring more. Everyone just stick with what they know to play and
Yeah.
what's easy and seamless, which is Fortnite.
Hmm.
I don't blame them. I don't think anyone want to spend time and effort to learn the system, learn the characters.
Yeah,
Fortnite is
I
more
get that.
casual. Fortnite is more casual. Overwatch is competitive, for real.
I mean, Fortnite's still competitive. You still want to win, right?
Yeah, it is, but it's just a different kind of competitiveness. It's not like you have to learn these techniques, learn all these things. You know, each character has their own style, movement. Because Fortnite, it's just you. Either you shoot with this gun, you shoot with that gun. You have to be good with the gun you like. And there's only so many guns. The map's the same, nothing really changed. But in Overwatch, each character has their own moveset. And you pick it depending on the opponent character, right? And you could change character within game too, within
Hmm.
match. So you
Yeah.
gotta learn every fucking character, the weakness, strength. You gotta know everything to be really good at the game, competitive.
There
That's
is a
why
lot
I
of
see.
learning.
Yeah, that's why it's an esport. I can see it as a true esport. You need to like put a lot into it.
Yeah, maybe so.
Hmm. It's harder than Modern Warfare because Modern Warfare is like it's similar to Fortnite. It's a gun, you shoot. It's Twitch shooting. Uh, Overwatch is not really Twitch shooting because there's like other stuff you gotta do.
There's Twitch shooting still. I mean, there's a lot of shooting classes or characters.
But you have support class, do this
True.
moves.
Not as straight. Yeah, it's not as simple.
No, it's not simple. So like for people that works all day, just want to come home to play some games and have a potential to win. Overwatch is not for you. You're gonna be losing all night. You're gonna be sad. Be like, I just wanted to stress,
I
not
think it
get busted
depends
on.
on. I think it depends on how willing you are, like what your preferences are. Maybe some people don't want just straight up Twitch shooters or just like straight up shooting. Maybe they want to work together with your teams and
Yeah,
like
and you need to
doing
find a
support
crew
roles
to
and
play
things.
with to have a good team, increase your chances of winning.
I don't know. It depends at the end of the day what the players' preferences are, like what they want to play, like after a day's work and things. What gets
Yeah,
them to relax.
yeah.
They play Fortnite or Call of Duty or Overwatch.
Mhm.
It's up to them.
Yep. So yeah.
Uh, I don't think I'll be playing it much more because as much as I could play this on my own, I've already played this on my own in the first game.
Okay.
Like I jumped in it, I was playing supports and stuff. I was healing. I was like, yeah, this is the stuff I was doing in the first game. Nothing much has really changed.
Oh, okay. So they basically made it new, add new characters.
Yep.
That's it.
I mean, that was the whole marketing strategy. I don't think anyone had any real illusions about it. Take a number
Mhm.
2 on it for marketing purposes. About
Mhm.
the same game as 1. Yeah. Everyone I know that used to play it and moved on.
Oh,
I think I'm about to move on too.
okay. Well, you're welcome to join Fortnite still. My
Maybe I will. I've
brother-in-law.
been trying to find some competitive after I started playing Overwatch games. Like, felt nice to.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, please do. I want you to join a couple rounds. Because my brother-in-law, he ever since Call of Duty came out, we lost a player. So we could use another player.
Fuck.
And because you're a new player, we could actually have wins again. We've been
Just
having a
losing.
long losing streak. Yeah, so we
uh,
could use some wins to increase our self-confidence again.
uh,
I mean, I really appreciate that Fortnite has that kind of algorithm because it balances everything. 'Cause you just can't be bullying the newbies all the time, you know?
yeah, I'll match you with similarly skilled players.
Uh-huh. So I thought that was pretty cool. I didn't know about that. So that was cool. And then I guess we could jump back into Division 2 and see how that is, how
I had thought
anything
about that.
changed.
Kept looking at the vision. I was like, have they done anything new recently? No. Okay.
Oh, then or wait to the new what's that thing called? Fuck.
A new mode.
I'm not gonna call it MOA. It's a new game.
I
I forgot the
don't
name of it
remember.
too. Well, whenever that come out, I'm gonna play that too. That seems up my alley.
Are we just tiding over into Wolong?
Yeah, basically, I guess. Basically.
Are we gonna
Because
get
when
that
we
day one?
what? Wulong?
Mm-hmm.
I think so. I think I might. I might. I think I might. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how you feel too, because there's so many games to play.
That would come out. Oh man, comes out early next year, right?
I don't know. There's just a lot of games coming out, and like I don't know if you know that, but a lot of Chinese developers are really, really uh um doing a good job. Like they like showing the Western studios that like they should not be too relaxed because these wuxia games look incredible. They look a lot like Ghost of Tsushima and Sekiro
Mm-hmm.
combined, and that's some very that equal a good time, you know.
That's a set, like a historical setting that really hasn't been touched much.
Uh-uh. So this and the Chinese know their wuxia stuff. Like, that's the way it came from. So
Mm-hmm.
they're the perfect developers, and they're using the new engines, like the Unreal Engine, the newest one. The
Yeah.
shit looks pretty. Like that, one of them will be the Monkey King one. The other one you saw during the game shows, and there's a new one that came out yesterday too that you never heard of. It's called let me see if I can find the name for you so you can look it up later.
Oh, Gunfire Reborn is also Wuxia influence too.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're right, right, right. That's true. That's true. You're
I
right.
liked it. I like that style because it feels fresh because it is. It's not done much. It's not like goddamn freaking Call of Duty World War II kind of thing where God, these do this so much. Not like zombies or anything. It's a breath of fresh air to have these Usha games.
Yeah, it's a type of different fantasy. We have enough of medieval fantasy
Hmm.
and Japanese medieval stuff too.
Yeah.
So what is this called? It's called Project something something. If I can find it. Project something something.
It's nice to have more Chinese developers, not just friggin' copying other popular games. They're just carving their own little slice gaming industry.
Yeah, because I don't think there's much. I don't know much about gaming in Asia. I mean in China. Sorry, in China.
Well, they love their mobile games.
I don't play mobile games.
They
Thank
love
God.
their Diablo Immortal and stuff.
I guess because they got nothing else to play.
I
I guess
don't
China
know.
banned everything.
That's true. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if they banned mobile games.
I think they should. I think they're evil.
I just know their mobile games are very, very popular. Japan and China and that.
Oh, here you go. The name is called, at least the working title, I guess. Project the Perceiver. Check it out on YouTube. Very good trailer. I thought it was really interesting and exciting.
Project the Perceiver is basically
Yeah,
Ghosts of Sekiro.
yeah, basically. It's a combination of those two. And I thought it
Okay.
was really good. Something I look forward to, and Linda's excited about as well, because she's into that wuxia stories and stuff.
Hmm.
Mhm.
I'll check it out later.
Yeah. Uh, hmm. hmm. So anything else you want to discuss that caught your interest?
I think. Not else. Basically, what I've been doing for the past 2 weeks. You
All right.
Yeah, I'm about it for me. Unless you got anything else.
Mm-mm.
Okay, then yeah. Until our next podcast, play more Steam Deck. You guys know how it's been going with that, but yeah,